skies are darkening the world, you know. The hills no longer green. Like the animals, your blood will flow. Dreaming of this Christmas.
Smiling wide with empty eyes, I'll find you. You're a lot of fun, just like your friend. You're hiding, but I'm deep inside your mind. You'll die 1,000 times. Do you wanna try again? You're tired of running, nowhere to hide it. I'm getting closer every second.
Behind you.
There's so many songs to play with, so little time. Not long till I find you. Run for your life. You're in my world now. You're joining your friends. I'm coming to take your soul. In the end, you can't run.
A being that will hurt you in unusual ways, exploit your love for something, and make you physically hurt if you don't indulge. A dealer whose only addiction they hand out is Sonic the Hedgehog. When I first saw No More Innocence, it was in the hit single F&F mod, and had no idea who it was. Somebody told me that it was a Sonic EXE, and at first, I didn't believe them. Because normally, Sonic EXEs look a lot like this, and, you know, not like this? And doing research for this guy has only made me more interested in this creature. And when I look into different games and stuff that was made for No More Innocence, I was actually really impressed. That being said, it's time we delve into having No More Innocence. Created by Dumby Dummy, No More Innocence is a Japanese spirit that targets specifically childhood love for the blue blur, Sonic the Hedgehog, taking what may have been an innocent hobby to an unyielding addiction, as you do, having multiple forms that it can take, twisted amalgamations it can transform into, from human to mimicking Sonic's image. It holds its targets close, removing any innocence they once had. This EXE interacts with you in a way I don't really see talked about and has a very unique twist on things. It's nice to have these different interpretations, and the originality presented here is something I can really appreciate because it can be so easy to take one bloody-eyed hedgehog, copy and paste it, and change the color around. The story of this almost reminds me of Lavender Town in the sense that it affects children in around the same way, kind of. Basically, it's the story of Sonic EXE, but the way it's shown to people is a bit different. Reports shown many nameless Sega Genesis cartridges containing poor imitations described as the new Sonic the Hedgehog experience, and children who played it showed symptoms of intense headaches, decreasing eyesight, and nausea. A few cases even saying their kid couldn't properly walk or keep standing after 1 to 2 weeks of playing the game. To further this, the people affected by it tried their best to convince others they were fine and wanted to keep interacting with the bootleg, you know, as if it was a substance they couldn't get enough of. Now, me personally, if I see a cartridge or anything written as the new Sonic the Hedgehog experience, I wouldn't be interacting with it. But I'm also a sensible adult. I can see why kids would see this and go, yep, that looks about right. Oh my god, it's the new Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what? And I would probably be one of those kids. I'm not dumb. Okay, I'm not as dumb as I was when I was just a wee lad. Oh, wait, actually, it would make for pretty good content, so maybe I am. I do find it a little funny. This creature saw how fun it was to play Sonic the Hedgehog and went, okay, but what if it was a drug? And then, you know, made it into one. So this actually gets reported to investigators, but for those who actually tried to look into what was happening, experienced severe paranoia and had trouble sleeping. You think that's bad? Well, No More Innocence wasn't going to stop there. He could travel through electronics, and being the absolute troll he is, he interferes with the calls made to the police by making the audio mangled in some way. And that's the story of No More Innocence. At least that's what we have so far. Just some evil spirit that wants to mess with children and adults alike, particularly if you like Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, let's talk about what many people are probably going to know him for and what I found to be especially fascinating. Starting out with what is one of the coolest but most dangerous Friday Night Funkin' mods I've ever seen, Irrational Cruelty. This mod has some absolutely stunning visuals, sprites, music, and even if it has one song, that's all this mod needs. It does, however, contain the most harsh, dare I say cruel, punishment if you lose. Losing this mod shuts down your PC and locks you out of the game forever. It's not uncommon for Sonic EXE mods to have stuff like this, but usually just locks you out of the game. But this goes the extra mile. I'm going to build a scenario for you real quick. Imagine you're a fan of this EXE. You don't know much about this mod because it's new and you aren't very good at FNF, but you managed to power through most FNF songs with trial and error. The song starts off rather fast and intimidating. The visual is looking stunning, but then it picks up and suddenly you fail. Your whole PC turns off and you're left to wonder what the hell just happened. You also can't help but to wonder if anything got damaged in the process. Now, it does warn you it contains malicious scripts that may harm your device, so please only play this mod if you're ready for that or you're confident in your skill. Now, a lot of other Sonic EXE mods condition you because they're like, oh, they're just saying this to scare me. Oh, not everyone would take this seriously. Take this one seriously. It's not bluffing. This mod also takes over your desktop, has scares, and may just be the most threatening 2 minutes of your life because there are actual consequences if you lose. So, you know, don't lose. But it doesn't stop there because people got inspired and felt the need to keep going with this freaking process and scare the life out of me. There's another one. There's another mod that does something similar. In the No More Innocence mod, we see our friend facing off against poor Tails. This mod has the ability to close windows, change your background, reboot your computer because this guy can't get enough of that, and change the cursor. It can even detect OBS, the very thing I am using to record and have been recording to record all of my videos, and prevents it from running. Now, this may be a safety feature because it actually says the name of your computer or username. Just checks all the boxes because, you know, why not? It deletes the taskbar. Funny enough, even after rebooting it, it still brings up images of No More Innocence. And the coding for this must be insane though, and it's honestly quite scary. Now, it's said this mod doesn't harm or compromise files and was made to create fear forums like 4chan. I'd still be careful downloading this mod and anything that could shut down your PC, but the concept and idea is there and it's pretty cool and you don't have to play it yourself. Some of you guys will take that as a challenge. I'm not challenging you, unless you want to and you're confident in your FNF ability. But we're not done with the FNF train. I'm jumping from one train to another because there is quite a lot of content for this person, specifically around FNF, as there usually is for EXEs. There is a mod where Innocence makes an appearance, and it's one that features other horror media in it. Myths of Yamaha features classic creepypastas like the Russian Sleep Experiment, Smile Dog, and of course, Innocence. The Russian Sleep Experiment actually did scare me as a kid. That's kind of unrelated to this video, but I'm not gonna lie, this one almost got me because I thought when I was younger, I thought that this was real. In this mod, the visuals are still stunning and look amazing. And while it messes with your computer, like blocking the aspect ratio and making you click on faces that appear, it doesn't shut down your PC. It does frequently change your wallpaper, but I'll take that over the hassle of rebooting my PC any day. I also want to add that the song Genesis in this mod sounds great, but it doesn't just stop at FNF mods and expands to other horror media like analog horror made by Zytili? I'm going to guess that, but we'll be down in the description below if you guys would like to check it out. and goes up to 15 episodes to my knowledge of analog horror. I won't explain the entirety of it, but there is a bit to unpack there if that's your thing. Still, it's really great to see this amount of support for No More Innocence because I do actually like the concept and it is quite terrifying. But that'll be all the content I'm looking at for this terrifying EXE. This is probably the most threatening EXE in my experience, having real consequences each piece of media he's involved in. Daunting, a horrifying look, he is sure to take away any innocence you once had. I can't deny the media, F&F mods, and even the art for this character is all really cool. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and remember, stay freaky.